This is the word of the Lord over the city of Redding. The Father says, I'm going to do a 2013 California version of the Cane Ridge Revival in the city of Redding. And if you understand the Cane Ridge Revival, you know that I birthed a whole new iteration and variation of the move of my spirit there. There was no such thing as a camp meeting until after Cane Ridge. And Cane Ridge came out of a time of lawlessness, and Cane Ridge came out of a time that the spirit of Python was gripping this young country, and it was in danger of being overtaken by a lawless element, and you didn't dare be in the frontier without a weapon. And we see that's happening in the earth today. People are beginning to get this resurgence of, I've got to have a weapon. The society is becoming unstable. And the Lord says, I'm going to do a new thing, and I'm going to move by my spirit. And just like at the Cane Ridge Revival, there were curious and strange physical manifestations like the jerking exercise and the barking exercise and the rolling exercise and the fainting exercise and the laughing exercise and the dancing exercise. And there were those that would come and they would mock what God was doing, and the ministers would warn them not to mock, and they would see the jerking exercise. The jerks would begin to roll through the crowd out there in the Kentucky wilderness, and the young guys who were just there to make fun would get up and try and outrun the jerks, and they would get out of sight, but the people would hear them crying out for God's mercy. Out in the woods, they couldn't outrun the wave of God's glory while he's back there jerking them senseless, because then you're going to see that happen. You're going to see churches filled with people overwhelmed by God's glory, and they're going to be people that are going to feel it, hit them, and rising up in them like a wave. And some of these are people that think they know what God is doing, and they think they understand the move of the Spirit, but they've never felt this before, and they've never experienced this before, and some people will get up and they'll run in two different directions. There'll be those that will run down to the front and a pile of people and just wanting more of what God's doing. And there'll be other people, and there'll even be some that will get up from the instruments and some from the platform that'll be heading for the exit because they just do not understand this thing that the Father is doing, because I'm going to birth an outpouring of my sovereignty upon this city. I am just warming my hands on what I am prepared to do in this town, says the Father.
And so I just saw this in the Spirit, that your highway that's at Main, is it 5? 5? Oh, Jesus. So I see people entering your city limits, and the glory of God hits them, and they pull their car over on the side of the road on the shoulder, even if it says no shoulder pulling over, whatever, and they're vomiting devils. And other cars are pulling over, and so you go by, you see them, get your paper towels out, go help them. So then there's other people, they hit the glory zone, and they fall out of their cars and they start worshiping God. They're worshiping because the glory has come. And he said, I've come because it's an answer to your cry. You cried. You cried for me to come. He said, beckon me to come, and you beckoned him. And he said, I'm coming, and I'm not going to delay. He said, I'm coming, and you're going to see the manifestations, and the signs and wonders are going to confirm. They'll be pulling over on your highways and getting liberated, getting set free. Demons will leave them, and people will be worshiping God, and then they'll say, take me to your leader, and you will do it because you're going to be faithful. If you meant what you said, you're going to get to demonstrate what you prayed.